Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to make sure that I spend some time going live every day. It's just a personal challenge for me. Um, if you know anything about me, I work full time. I have autoimmune disease, and sometimes I am not always as diligent on my personal channel when I come home because I give it all to work and I am trying to get it together so that when I'm home, I am working on my stuff. And so I thought I'd just come live. We do a little chit chat, we give some readings. And if you're interested, come and get a reading. If not, I'm just going to continue on and maybe just make this into a podcast. Um, so, anyway, yeah. So uh, I'm not going to do an about me because I actually have a podcast called About Me. So, what I am going to talk about is habits. And so, the way to break a habit is to try to do something continuously, or to try to create a habit is to try to do something continuously every day for 30 days. So, I'm giving myself a 30-day challenge to go live once a day every day for 30 days, whether it's a half hour, 5 minutes, an hour. Um, and I'm going to start today. And the reason why I know this works and I know that manifestation works and positive affirmation works is because our military actually puts this into practice, right? So, what do they do in basic training? It's about 6 weeks, a little over 30 days. They march, they chant, they do the same things, they wake up with the same people. They have a stringent schedule where they practice things on a daily basis and they drill it home, right? That chanting and running creates a bond with your unit. It creates a oneness. It's almost like a prayer. And so you are able to push through the vigors of that strenuous exercise, but not only that strenuous exercise, the exercise your brain is going through to create habits, lifelong habits. Now, if you know anyone who's been in the military, you know that the the habits they create during basic training and the 4 years that they are in the service, or the 3 years in the service, they are like that for the rest of their lives. Uh, my father-in-law was in the military. He dresses a certain type of way. He folds a certain type of way. He shines his shoes a certain type of way. My first cousin, also in the military, very I don't know what it is with the laundry. So, almost, if you're not familiar with Marie Kondo folding, like that a style of folding, like very storefront folding, very meticulous with that, color coordinated, everything lines up in a row, socks perfectly tucked in. Um, and so this is what we can incorporate so into our own lives. And let's talk about where the military probably got this from. Or let's talk about how church got this. The power of prayer. It and power of prayer with people and saying something over and over and over again. It is something that's practiced across all religious backgrounds, from any type of Christian, Jewish, Buddha. There's some chanting involved, right? Some ritualistic prayer that is said over and over and over again. Um, to invoke a change. Now, the change comes within, right? So when we start to vibrate higher and use this chanting method, um, something happens to us. It's like listening to a song on repeat. We end up getting to that decibel or that hertz. So that's what we're tuning into. And if you listen to meditations, it's the same tonation throughout the whole meditation, right? Because we're trying to raise our personal vibrations to that tonation. It's very interesting subject. People call it mind control, and it very well could be correlated to that because I'm sure it's somehow related. Humans are social people. We like being in social groups. And what unites groups is a similar way of thinking. Um, and so the danger, right? The danger in that is just only listening to similar type of people. There's a good and a bad way, right? To think about this. I happen to think it's in the positive way because I'm only incorporating this to create a certain type of change in my life. To put the effort into my own thing, um, that I put the effort to in the company I work for, to put that same effort that I use for my family into myself, to pour into my own cup. And that's very difficult. So, hey, Nora, I was just talking about me trying to create a good habit for myself of trying to go live every day for 30 days. 30 days because I'm trying to create positive habits for myself because and like you and like many of us, I work hard for somebody else, and then I'm exhausted to the point where I'm not working hard for what I want. And so I am just, that's why you saw me go live today at lunchtime. You see me going live now. I've gone live early in the morning on the East Coast because I'm just trying to make a habit. And what I was discussing before you joined is military, when they go into basic training, they use chanting. They use strict schedules. They do the same thing all day, every day, day in, day out to create habits, to create a oneness. And the reason why they chant is because it's vibrational. Music is vibration, chanting is vibrational. All types of religions use it. Um, and so I'm just trying to do that for myself, right? So, way of pouring in my own cup. Oh, you agree? Yeah. So, I'm doing this 30-day challenge of doing this every day, something for me. Um, yeah, and that's about that. So I know you couldn't hear your reading the last time. I don't know what happens with that video. Right, right. The problem is that let's say today it was pouring here. I left work about 3:30, which is super early for me. Super, super, super early. I didn't get home till almost 6 o'clock because of the weather and getting stuck on the highway and getting stuck in the traffic. It was annoying. And then I come home to reheat food. And what happens? I drop the food. I drop the food, have to clean up the mess, had to throw it in the trash, and I am just tired. It just seems to get worse. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to order a pizza. They- What happens? They send me a pizza with extra cheese, and it's so salty and so cheesy that I don't even want it. So I'm just having a really shitty day, right? And it's okay. And then I'm wet and my feet are wet and I'm just cranky. So, but I could have used that as an excuse to just go take a shower, lay in the bed, and call it quits. But I am coming on live, and even if I just read for you, um, I'm happy doing that because I do feel bad that I couldn't do that for you before. And I'm going to be ghetto and answer this call and tell my husband I'm live. Honey, I'm live. Can I call you back? It's okay. Love you too. Bye bye. Yeah. So there that goes. So Nora, let's get you some cards. I kind of sort of remember the cards to be honest with you, right? And I wish you had stayed because it ended up being about relationships. So I didn't know what your relationship status was. I mean, I kind of can guess, but I like having that interaction. Um, because to be honest with you, the marriage card came out. And I don't remember exactly what order. And I was like, but then two males came out in the cards, and I was like, oh, I need to ask her some questions here. So anyway, Let's. Can I get you some cards? Would you mind? Yeah, I was like, okay. So if it's not a current commitment, then a commitment is going to come. As you progress, was a little bit immature into some, and so it was a very interesting read. And I was like, man, I wish he was here. So let's just get into this. Hold on, let me get you some cards. And I didn't even bother to share this out. Okay, and I like this card for you because it's Mercury retrograde and it's reinvention. So if you're familiar with oh, I'm sorry. It's bad storms here, so I'm pretty sure that's why it's lagging. Um so when we talk, because I'm plugged directly into the internet because I'm on my webcam, I'm not on my cellular device. So Mercury retrograde is normally when everything goes haywire and technology is not working. Um, so two males presented themselves in the reading, right? So two males, one immature, one mature. And then we had all of these, the lovers card, the two of cups, and I think the four of wands came out. So I can explain that to you because you do cards. So I was like, okay, I need to talk to her because I like there seems to be some competition. There's some competition for you is going to happen, and it's a positive thing because ultimately you can control your life. Um, but when we talk about this reading, right? So Mercury retrograde and reinvention. Mercury retrograde normally has to do. They tell you not to sign any contracts, not to try to conduct, serious matters, which is a bunch of BS because serious matters don't pause for Mercury retrograde. The answer is to look at things from a different point of view and find another solution, right? To reinvent oneself, to reinvent the situation so that it can work during times of unsurety. So if you are unsure about anything in your life, it's like the Hermit card. We need to look at things from a different perspective. Yeah, the reading was a lot. I was because it was quiet, so I can give you as many cards as I want. This is always going to come out for you. You're either going to get the High Priestess, the Magician. You're going to get some sort of intuition card because your intuition is high, and it's about um getting in touch with that and trusting it. Right? That's all we need to do is trust that intuition. Um, what's funny is sometimes we're like, oh, my intuition let me down. Did it really? We need to really look at things in the long run, right? And sometimes we have the free will. So let's just say, I give you an example. I dated somebody who I knew was a jerk, but then I had my daughter with him. So even though I knew he was a jerk and didn't follow my intuition, a blessing came out of that, which is my kid. So, it's something like that. But really following your intuition and trusting it. It is the gateway, right? If you look at this card, it's a gateway to the answers, right? She's not going through the door, she's going through the gate. She's trusting her intuition to lead her in the right direction. She's not necessarily going for the obvious, which leads us back to this card reinvention. You have memories of love, and I'm not surprised that that showed up here. So, although we have memories of love, we can look at things not through an eye of pain. Let's look at things through an eye of happiness because in every situation we've had some good times, even in, the most difficult of situations. There's always some type of laughter, some good times. And I think that when we turn the switch, look at things from another perspective, it allows that healing. And that's what I want for you. I want lots of heart healing for you. Now, do you see what's happening? So, sacral chakra related to our sexuality and harmony. So, listen, I don't know what your relationship status is. I think that you want to be harmonious. And if you're having memories of this love, who I'm not sure if he's here or not. Um, he's back in your hometown, but it makes you feel good. So if we're having memories of love, don't confuse love. Okay, we all have our needs, right? We're all adults here. I made sure to let people know this is not for children. Your sacral chakra is related to your sexuality and having to have that in balance. I'm not surprised that it came out with memories of love and harmony. This is literally about a relationship. So if we have memories of of a time we were together, don't let that confuse the situation, because we can confuse sexual needs with love, and we can conflate it, and it just causes issues. So I want you to be in balance, of course, with your sacral chakra, but I also want you to be healthy, because ultimately we have this feeling of conflict. You know, you say, "Oh man, I can't do this anymore. I feel defeated." You're never truly defeated, nor you're a survivor. You've been through a lot. Uh, you've been through probably it all, and you are always going to be okay, because there's just something in you that keeps you going. So know that if you're feeling this way, it's in passing. It's not going to be permanent, and always prosperity for you. Don't measure prosperity. If every time I talk to you, I choke. Again, I always have to tell you to speak your truth. I feel like you still, maybe it's because you think of other people's feelings before you, right? I don't know if it's a constant thing that you're putting other people's feelings before you, but I feel like I am just choking on it. Like I really need you to, or I really want you to. Again, you have free will. I can need you to do anything, but ultimately, I would like you to take care of yourself, making sure that you're telling people um, your boundaries, right? I think that's really important for you. And spirit is always going to bring it up, because that's a thing. I'm getting a major headache from this too. And I'm just going to spend a lot of time with you because it's only us two. And then after I finish you, I'll share it, maybe. Right. Like, what's left unsaid? So I get this feeling of something. Angel of love, there's love coming your way, I'm telling you, because I got that, the two males and like a commitment card. So I think there's definitely, love headed your way, but I want you to always set the boundary for yourself when it comes to men, right? Because I feel like this could be a theme, and this is why Spirit keeps wanting to talk about it all the time. And I literally choke every time. Don't overthink also. This thinking woman is just you probably over processing everything. There's nothing you could have did differently. Things had to play out the way they had to play out. And let's look at what's on the bottom. The throat chakra. Archangel Gabriel is here to help you clear your throat chakra. You see his throat is lit up here. I'm telling you, it's, where you're concerned, my spirit guides are like on it. Especially when it comes to your throat chakra, because I literally choke every single time. It is crazy. I'm actually probably going to go live on Facebook, which I hate doing, but I want to read, and I'm not getting a lot of action here. So remember that video I put up about the Hollywood medium? I kind of got in trouble a little bit. So uh, they like they gave me a strike. They removed the content. I lost I lost some members. They're not really pushing my videos out. My viewership is low, and so I just have to work through that and not feel defeated. But it's okay. I'm gonna keep going live, and I'm gonna keep putting up my videos. I mean, you know what? I do think there's a chance. I do think there's a definite chance, and let's get some more cards out. I do think there's a definite chance. Let's see here. Yeah. See, this Page of Cups brings news. The Page of Cups brings news to you about this person, and I think there is going to be contact because here we are, the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. This is a couple, along with the Two of Swords. So listen, you're going to have to make some decisions about it, right? I think there is going to be contact and word, but because you're so apprehensive, I want you to really think about what that means for you, because it's going to make you go back to the drawing board. So that's not always a good thing, right? So I want you to be positive, and I want you to be in your power. Your throat chakra is very important if you have communication, and maybe that's why they keep bringing this up. It's because if you have communication, we would like you to speak your truth. Yeah. See, Queen of Swords on the bottom as well. You're going to have to make a decision. But definitely with that Page of Cups, I'm going to say yes. All right. The next card, the Ten of Swords. Just be careful. Be careful because it's playing with your mind. Swords, I don't have to explain that to you. Swords are the mind cards. I like the Ten of Swords because all tens are completion. So it's fine. We're gonna find out one way or another. When I see a 10, you're gonna find out one way or another. I guess Saturdays at 12 noon is a good time for me because normally I have what, 8 to 10 people. You can be only because it's that situation of, again, boundaries always comes up for you, and the throat chakra always comes up for you. And I think it's because you're not putting yourself first. And I think that's an important lesson for you. Like, you know, your kids are pretty much grown, right? It's now time to pour into your own cup and figure out what Nora wants, what makes Nora happy. You know, if this comes with drama, that's not going to make you happy. If this comes with you feeling like you're still pulling the heavy, it's not going to make you happy. And I think that once you start standing up for yourself in a certain type of way, I think things will shift for you. Yeah, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It's a downfall for me too. It really is because again, I give so much. I really had to stop doing personal readings because I would have people just calling down my phone and I was in the hospital, I was sick, I had COVID, and I was explaining to people like, listen, I have COVID, I'm not feeling well, or I'm in the hospital with with my other illnesses, but can you answer this one question for me? But I'm going through something right now. And I'm like, I am literally sick. I'm telling you that I cannot give now. It wouldn't be appropriate. Oh, I know you appreciate it, Nora. You're wonderful. You are definitely wonderful. Um, but there's certain people I've had to ban and block because I like if I tell you I'm not feeling well, you'll be like, okay, feel better. I'll pray for you. That's it. But it's not, oh, I'm sorry, but there's no buts. There's no buts. Like, if I'm a human being at the end of the day, like, and so, like, I really, that's when you saw me take a step all the way back because I needed to, because I also then feel bad because I know my gift is to share it, but I'm like, okay, right? So I'm not charging you. When I give you a reading, I give you a reading. And then you have unlimited questions after. So you pay for a reading, you pay what, $20? And but then you're trying to like that $20 is not a lifetime of questions, especially if I'm ill. And when I'm ill, yeah. When I'm ill, like it's a no-go because all of this is taxing. Like I give a piece of myself. And that's what I related to that Tyler Henry episode when he said, I feel like I leave a piece of myself and it takes me a while to get it back. That's exactly how I feel, right? Especially when it's deep and if spirit steps forward, that's a whole nother energy. Well, I have my spirit team. My spirit team doesn't tax me. They actually feed me. But like if I have, because I fight that mediumship thing also, if I have children step forward, or I have family members step forward trying to push through, it's taxing because I'm trying to constantly block. It's hard. It's not easy. It really isn't easy. Yeah. Right. We all have life going on. But I have a lot of things to be thankful for. I am grateful. I am blessed that there are people who are in the worst positions than me. My illnesses, I can control if I just do the right thing. Um, and so a lot of it is, on me, and I have to do better with that. So, yeah, but I am okay. I am okay, and I'm back on it, and I am going to grow this thing, and I'm going to start some good habits today. I'm actually going to get on the exercise cycle later. I'm going to do better. Yeah. Well, I'm going to jump on Facebook. If you want to come out and hang out, if you're bored, come over there. Um, but I'm going to hop off of here and I'm going to see who's on there. Thank you, Nora. I always appreciate that you watch all of my videos, that you leave me a comment. It really does help me. It helps with my algorithm. It does help me grow, and that is the best thing you can do for me. And you do it every time, and I really appreciate you. All right. Well, you go back to work. I'm sorry, and have fun at the gym. Bye.